Hello! Before we start, I would like to suggest you to subscribe to this channel. If you watched my videos before, if you enjoyed my tutorials, time lapses and reviews, subscribe, press the bell button and you will receive notifications every time when I post a new video. And if you're first time on my channel, I'm so glad to see you here. Have a look at my other videos. If this is the right content for you, subscribe and also make sure to say hello in comments. And I'm starting with putting in lenses, applying foundation and then contouring my face a little bit. Next step is sketching out my insect. And I'm starting with a grease paint first and then adding some shadows over it. The grease paint makes it really easy to shadow over and do all of the details. I'm using flat side of a brow brush and it's really easy to apply all of the details with it. Now it's time for gold. I'm using Mehron. It's very shiny. I think it's one of the best gold that I like to use. It is a powder, so I will need a mixing liquid to mix it with. Next, I'm outlining the insect and I'm going with black color in all the spaces in between its shell and then smudging this out to get rid of the hard edge. And it does take some time to go in between each and every shell, but it then looks so much better if you actually spend this time and go over all of the details. I'm also outlining Bug's legs, and I do it just from one side and try to do it as thin as possible so it doesn't take away the lightness. The same I'm doing with its horns, also only from one side and from the bottle, so it creates this illusion that they are kind of 3D, and that's a shadow, that's what we can see. I outline wings looking at the real insect's wings and trying to copy this style, how it goes in real insect. Next thing is adding highlights, and apart from just making some areas a bit lighter, I'm also adding this hard light, which is just a few very light lines and without much smudging. This gives the effect of a shiny surface. I'm also going over the wings and adding white color just next to the black one, and this also adding to the 3D effect. Now my bug is finished and I'm going to finish my makeup. I'm using very similar colors of makeup so it matches my insect. And I want to make my eyes looking a bit differently, and that's why I'm adding more colors and different shapes. I'm making my own eyes much bigger and in a circle shape. And while I remember, I would like also to invite you to the group One Stroke Beauty, where you can see lots of one-stroke designs, not only by me but by other amazing artists, some video tutorials. Also, I have placed at the top of this group in announcements artists that are painting in one-stroke technique, and then you're free to add your options, the artists that inspire you in one stroke, or vote on those whom you already like and they're already here. This is kind of a chart of inspiration for you. If you're looking for some inspiration, you can always look through this artist and be inspired. And if you would like to follow me personally, you can also find me on Instagram as Ulianka Arty. I would love if you join me there. chin shape of my eyes, I'm making darker lines on the outer side of my new shape, and then shadowing it a little bit. It's darker next to the line and then lighter when going away. I'm also adding a new pupil, which is a bit bigger than mine. And I'm sculpting a little bit with the blue color as well, so full color of my paste matches to the whole design. At my forehead, I'm going to create imitation of wings, but they're not going to follow the same shape. It is just more to tie it all up together, but I'm not now strictly looking at the design of the wing itself. I'm just kind of taking it more creatively. And then I'm also doing many smudges on my neck. I'm making these lines on my cheeks, but then I decided I don't want to keep them. I want to smudge them because they wouldn't match to the overall look. So I smudged them, and my cheeks would be just a little bit gold. And then I'm adding eyelashes to the outer side of my new eyes. I'm using a liner which makes these eyelashes to look very natural as much as it can be, and then I'm adding some dots darker closer to the line of the eyelashes and then lighter towards the middle. My insect has very similar surface, like lots of very shiny dots on its shell, so this is to connect and tie it all up together. As I have already said, my top wings are not actually going to follow any particular design. They are kind of just to remind of the wings. I'm doing the same that I've done with the real wings of a bug. I'm just adding black and then lining it with the white as well, but I don't really repeat any particular wing design. I wanted my bug to stand out a little bit more, so I added as well, outlined the wings a bit more on the bottom side. And now it's again a bit more glitter, a bit more shinier, so I'm adding it on the on the places where there are less details, because I wouldn't like to cover my details with glitter. And at the end, I'm adding some shadows to my bug. Give me a thumb up if you learned something new in this video or you just enjoyed it. In the meantime, you can also watch my other videos, transformations, lessons or reviews. I have a lot of them on my channel. This is all for now, and I'll see you very soon in my next tutorial. Bye!